Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today we have a Tycoon news for the month of July 2019, and yes, I am well aware that this is the 1st of August. I can use a calendar, I swear. Yeah, this is of course the Tycoon news. We're gonna go through more topics than normal this month. We have a lot of updates, we have a lot of releases, we have a lot of announcements, so we'll get to them ASAP. First things first, we have some big news from the developers of TechCorp. After many years, months, and hours of painstaking work, TechCorp was finally released into Steam Early Access this past month. It launched to mixed reviews on Steam, with many highlighting its astonishing depth and difficulty in places, but criticizing its large area of focus, leading to difficulty to understand experiences at some point. At launch, the game included a whole host of features, from software modulations, hardware product development, server hosting, software platforms, alongside game development studios. If you have yet to hear, of course, of TechCorp, remember the dot at the end there, you really have been missing out. TechCorp places you in the ownership of a budding tech startup and allows you to focus your effort on growth in a series of in-depth areas, from game design to hardware production to even server hosting and computer operating systems. For more information, you can find all the links for that information in the description below. Next up, we take a quick look at Esports Life Tycoon, which is yet to be mentioned in these Tycoon news videos, which surprised me, given it's quite a popular big game in the realm of Tycoon games. Esports Life Tycoon, however, is, as it sounds, a game about managing a brand new esports team and taking it from garbage to glory. The game released last June to mixed reviews. Esports Life Tycoon recently, however, had a series of updates in order to balance the game out and improve its core mechanics. The game has removed its past feature, limiting the time you could spend on chemistry, game training, and hype tasks, and instead has replaced this system, with now allowing you, to work on these tasks indefinitely. Alongside this vote, the game's economy has been adjusted to make way for these infinitely processing hype, training, and chemistry tasks. The game's fame system was also tweaked to increase the amount of fans required to reach new in-game levels, and additional game sponsors were also added with varying degrees of funding. Personally, I have very much enjoyed the game. However, I do consider the game to hold a close likeness to many of your mobile clicker games, which worries me about the future of this game on PC, if I'm being honest. It really does. Next up, we have a progress update from Oxymoron Games, the developers behind Project Hospital. Since its release last year, Project Hospital has had a plethora of fixes, translations, and tweaks, alongside a series of new updates to its core gameplay. One major update in the latest patch sees them adding camera rotation, allowing you to finally see your hospital from all those beautiful angles. This is being one of the most requested features the game has had since its release. Alongside this, since last year, features such as Steam trading cards, new UI improvements, and updates to the addition of the new scientific labs and rooms. For more information on these updates, you can go to the link in the description. Next up, we have a new announcement from Moonstop Games. This past month, the announcement trailer for WithWind was released, showcasing some of the game's features and mechanics. WithWind is a sandbox sailing management game which places you in the position of captaining a ship and its crew within a procedurally generated world. Within the game, you'll have to ensure that you get the best of your crew while sailing through violent factions to supply islands with the resources they need most. The game allows you to choose whether you take the route of piracy or become a humble fisherman. For more details as well, there'll be links below to that trailer you'll be seeing on screen now, and to the game's website. The game looks pretty interesting, I would say, so hopefully it is as good as it looks in the video. Next up, we have 31 new updates from the developers of Chef, since I forgot to mention the game's updates since it launched in December last year. Yeah, I completely forgot this game existed, to be honest. The game has seen many improvements though since its rocky launch last December. The game's recipe editor was the most recent feature to see some updates, introducing a new UI and several new and reworked gameplay mechanics which work into this editor. Some of the major improvements, however, since release have been updates to the staff management, a new quest system, a new city map, which looks quite interesting indeed, and a plethora of bug fixes and gameplay tweaks to improve overall gameplay. All the updates can be found in the link just below. All 31 update posts will be linked there. This past week, we got our first trailer for the upcoming Builders of Egypt game. Builders of Egypt is, as it says, an Egyptian-styled city-building game. It has all of your regular city-building tropes with an Egyptian spin, essentially. The game has an enlarged focus on its management side, where diplomacy and politics will play a substantial role, where a wrong decision could lead to all-out anarchy, or war, or civil war. Everyone dies. There's a lot of fire and lava and blood and fighting, to be honest, in the Egyptian era. Alongside this, though, the game includes a massive amount of astonishing buildings and machines for you to build, manage, and marvel at, and eventually destroy, of course. For the full trailer, you can see the links below, as well as a link to their Twitter and Steam page. After the rather teasing post on Reddit last month surrounding the trailer for Filmmaker Tycoon, we finally received some long-awaited footage of the game in the form of its new teaser trailer. The trailer included what seemed to be a scene from a movie, most likely created within the game's movie-creating mechanics. If you've yet to hear, however, of Filmmaker Tycoon, it is a game which focuses on building a movie studio from the ground up, allowing you to micromanage the production of your very own movies and movie studio, ensuring that you can make the biggest and best blockbuster releases. Next up, we have another new game in development, this time focusing on trees. Yes, Lumbermill is a game currently in development. Lumbermill allows you to create and manage a growing lumber mill. This entails you building all the usual tree processing buildings, from the choppy machines to the cutty machines and the sandy machines. They're all here. They all do things, and I have no idea how you process a tree. As you play further into the game, you will have to modernize and advance your production lines in order to increase your lumber mill's output. For more information and weekly devlogs from a developer, check the links in the description below. Yeah, I have no idea how you do wood and trees, so I just mucked that up, really. Yeah, that was fun. Great. This month, we got access to a weekend beta for Mars Horizon, allowing those that signed up to play through the starting stages of the game. The beta showcased some great gameplay and highlights the basic gameplay mechanics within the game. If you've yet to hear of Mars Horizons, it's a space simulation game where you have to work your way to Mars, starting in 1950. This requires you to design, build, manage, and innovate in order to pave the way to the Red Planet. For beta gameplay and more information on the game, see the links linked below. Finally, we have Atomocity. No one really knows how you pronounce this, and no one's ever told us. Which released into early access this past month. The game received positive reviews at launch as well. Atomocity is a sci-fi city builder, allowing you to build majestic, gravity-defying cities. However, you must ensure your city has a constant supply of power, water, and money in order to keep your citizens happy, as well as that. Personally, I played the game. It seems very interesting, although it does have some slightly difficult camera controls. Bar that, it looks like it could be a great game, given the required support. Well, that was fun while it lasted, but everything has to end eventually. Thank you very much for watching July's version of Tycoon News. If you have anything to add, anything to comment on, anything to ask, and you can go ahead to the comments and ask and give your opinion like always. But until next month, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you, yes you, in the next episode.